Good afternoon, everybody. Jeff again coming back to you. Hope everybody's doing well. It's Sunday afternoon, and I had a few more thoughts today. This coming week and in April also is Victims Awareness Month, and so I wanted to talk about that a little bit because it's really important. A lot of people may have a thought about what's going on in prison and some of the things that people do while they're in prison, and I kind of want to just set the record straight a little bit. Some of you may know, some of you may not, but there's a lot of men in prison who have come to understand that the things that they were doing were just horrible decisions and created a lot of harm. And so I want to talk a little bit about something that's called the ripple effect. And for me, I didn't hear this term until I was probably about 43, 44 years old, which is really sad when I think back on it, but it's okay because I finally did hear it. And so, if this is the first time for you ever hearing about the ripple effect, it's just simply like if you can imagine a very flat, smooth pond or lake where it's really glassy, and if somebody were to throw a pebble or a rock into the middle of it, what would happen? You'd have that moment of impact, and then moving out from it, you would have those little ripples or those little waves. And when we talk about crime or we talk about any type of harm being caused, it's very much the same way. You have that moment of impact, and then the effects of that trauma, of that hurt, of that crime ripple out. And so today we want to talk about. Go ahead. Go ahead. Thank you. What I want to talk about is that ripple effect and how in my life I've got it down to where I even understand that the words that I use create harm. The words, my body language can create harm in other people. And so as I've gotten more sensitive to this, I've been able to adjust how I speak, how I look, how I stand, and everything. And there's a lot of men in prison who are doing this work. And so being able to sit in a circle, healing circles. I remember it was in 2019. I sat in a gymnasium with probably about 300 men, and there were 6 survivors of crime in these circles with us. And the one thing that really stood out to me, the one lady, she said that, wow, you can't undo the harm that you've done. What people, survivors of crime, what they really want to know is that we're in here doing the work so that when we get out, we don't ever do it again. And I just want to tell everybody out there that there are men inside these institutions who are doing this work to assure you that when we get out, we will not commit these crimes or create this harm in other people ever again. And I just really want us all to understand that this is such an important aspect of the work that's going on in here. And I hope everybody out there understands that. I hope everybody out there can begin to evaluate and examine themselves for anything that you might be doing that's creating harm in another person. Whether it's to a community that's been stigmatized, whether it's LGBTQ, whether it's formerly incarcerated, whether it's women, whether it's men, whether it's children or old people, be mindful of what you're saying, be mindful of what you're doing, and just begin to love each other as He would have us love ourselves. This is such an important lesson, folks. I hope everybody has a great day today. I hope everybody's safe. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and I look forward to coming to you again soon. God bless you all. Love conquers hate.